Yo, hey, what's up, guys? I optimized the team, the full Unkillable Hydra team, with like a Taunt loop and everything, but now I'm gonna show you that I optimized it, and you can use it from normal to nightmare. Just imagine, like, one team goes from nightmare to normal. We're gonna start quicker this time because I wanna show you something. That team right here, it never will be records or for something good. It's probably just an unkillable team that will probably fail for you often. It's pretty often because we got 3% and stuff, but it is a team where you can easily go for one key on lower stages, higher stages, and on nightmare. Of course, you gotta be a little bit lucky on the end, because I'm gonna show you when we in the run, but you gotta be lucky on the end and not everything will be like super crazy. And the difference to my old team is I have Shamael now super slow. He has, and I gotta mention it, everything I'm gonna show you right here has actually plus 10 from Hydra bonuses. So wait, does it? No, I gotta click it. I thought you could when you press it in here. Yeah, so I have plus 10 on the end, so it's, yeah. I even put the Faction Guardian out of the Faction Guardian so he does not get more speed. I'm gonna tell you the reason why he's so super slow and why he's in a leader spot. I'm a fan of speed tuning and exactly know what's going on. Like when goes a champion, when he needs to take a break or something, I have to know stuff like that. And if I put just my Geomancer, for example, in the lead, then you are kind of limited to low speeds, because you will get like turn meter boosts here and there when the blue heads is up, and that sometimes will make you lose the unkillable in that scenario. That's why I put him in the leader spot with like no speed, so he never falls out of order. And even if you have an AoE skill and you will trigger the boss by other champions, he will not gain turn meter, that he will overlap other champions and will do his own thing, so he always has the unkillable ready. And about the spot right here, about our man-eater, he could also be, where is he? A Helicav. Yeah, you lose the block debuffs, but you gain minus in a hex, but you will gain of course hex, weaken, and yeah, it makes it a little bit more stable that your Emic is your mischief tank, because he will put out decreased defense and a shield by himself, and when Emic does not lose his own shield, he is more likely to be the mischief target. And I'm trying to figure out something that makes something going in here with actually another mischief target, because that's the most problem in here, but that will be a thing in the future. So I'm gonna show you the team right here. That's right here. I'm gonna show you one time I go with Man-Eater, I go with Helicav, and then I will put the stages up so you can see it's working on normal, it's working on hard and stuff. So let's wait, where am I? Let's go from normal. And of course on normal, when I later talk about gear and stuff, the requirements go way lower. I don't know how though you can go, but you can just find it out on hellhades.com or from a friend or a spreadsheet or something you found, or something like that. Let me make sure the preset is on. So let's go on normal. Of course it's gonna be way easier because the resistance check is not so high as the other stages, of course, but we still got the 3%. When you get your buffs stolen or your turn meter decreased on certain champions, they're kind of in a weak scenario that they will lose the team order. So, but if you are on normal with that speed, I'm gonna show you later, everything set up like that. Even if Emic gets his turn meter decreased, sometimes they can fall back in order, because the speed grid is more open it's hard to explain for me, but the grid, like the tick rate is more open for you, so you can fall back into rotation much easier, and normal and hard will be more likely to go to 1500 rounds. But keep in mind, even right now, that will be just the team. For myself, an easy one key, I just press the button, come back later, look how it went. When it failed, I press the button again, I do my work and everything is okay. But that will never be like super crazy because it can fail. For example, right now I think we got our turn meter decreased on one of our Painkeepers. Maybe, let me see. Is he still going? No, he's not going. But it still can go fall back in order. So keep that in mind. Maybe that right here is a fail right now, because we got our turn meter stolen, and that's just a thing all the time. I hate Hydra about that one, but it is just how it is, and I will accept it, that it will just be a one key for me, full auto, and I'm gonna just take a look. Maybe I'm gonna do manual stuff, maybe I'm gonna change around something in here, but we can advance from this right here. I have already other ideas in my head, for example the Yumeko to Yumeko Emic kind of style, but they all go always in order and stuff, and so you will never lose it. But that's just one thing you can advance out of the speeds, just an example. But yeah, you can see we're still like in order. We fall back, great. The second Painkeeper didn't take a turn, like his reset right there, but yeah, okay, we got kind of back in order. We got some kind of emergency what do you call it, emergency, I don't know even how to call it, but you kind of know what I mean. If something goes wrong, there still is a chance that it can go on the right way on lower stages. So we go on hard, it's gonna be exactly the same order, everything is exactly the same, when we're not gonna get our turn meter decreased. Or our buff stolen, of course, that's another thing. But that's just how Hydra is, and that's the only thing you cannot avoid in this whole thing. Every other head is kind of outplayable, just not the Mischief. You can roll the dice every time, but it's not avoidable like you can provoke another head or something. Of course 3% can happen there too, but yeah, that's just another thing. And yeah, from here on out it's always the same if we're not getting our turn meter decreased, and it's just amazing. And yeah, you can just go lower resistance and stuff like here. Maybe we find out something different that makes it a much easier. Right there we got our buff stolen, and that's just how it is. Maybe we fall back in order, maybe not. Right now it's kind of a pretty dumb example because it's happening way too often. I have to admit that. So on the end, like I said, just go ahead, do your auto run, hope the best, come back. But yeah, the chances are pretty nice. Of course, if you have a team that already does amazing jobs, this one is nothing for you. For me, yeah, I don't know what to do right now with it. Probably I do make one hard version, but I will put instead of a man-eater, a Mufrala, and I hope her shield makes us so tanky, and that one area we can actually be killed. We got our buff stolen again, and yeah, probably get eaten right now. Now we did place the taunt again. It's okay, but that's the one thing I really don't like at Hydra. It's so RNG based, and there is no way you can turn off the RNG in here. And that's kind of dumb, and I think the Mischief head, for my opinion, he does steal way too often buffs, and I don't think he is. Maybe we need higher resistance stat for Nightmare, but also on normal version, I think the numbers are correct, but it's not a 3% for this boss. He always stealing your buffs, always stealing your turn meter. So yeah, you kind of see it is working right now, but we went out of order because of... Are we out of order? One reset. Yeah, okay, Geomancer is kind of between. Painkeeper second reset, come on, do it. Painkeeper second reset. Yes, second reset. Debuffs. Taunt. Okay, we are kind of back in order completely. Just the Geomancer is kind of between the Painkeeper sometimes, but that's okay. if he has a 3 turn. So everything should be okay. You still can see it goes well for... I think that there will be never an unkillable, fully unkillable team for here because of the buff stealing thing. And that's the best you can get to be unkillable. And even I used to speed tune in a way that Man-Eater is gonna use his block debuffs on that turn where you actually don't want to be provoked. So the provoke from the red head does not interact with your pain keepers, with your Man-Eater. Only the Emic can be like provoked by 3%. But I did everything, really everything to avoid stuff in here. And it's just not possible to make the mischief head. Of course, you can kill him as fast as you can and then hope he's never come back, but yeah, that's just how it is. But yeah, that was long enough for the hard version, so you can actually see everything is okay. And now let's go on brutal. It's crazy, guys. Crazy. So how long is this time gonna be? Hey, we got 2 resists. That's nice. My Emic, everybody right here is aimed for Nightmare. Resistance is 455 plus, so they are good to go. But the 3%, it's always killing runs. In a normal run, in a speed tuned run. There are basically 3 things that could happen. You get your buff stolen, you get your turn meter decreased, and you fall out of order, obviously. And there's that one, it's a 50-50 chance. On one turn, Emic always does 2 turns, Taunt and then his other skill. And one turn of it, he has block debuffs. And there's slightly a time between where he can actually use the block debuffs, and the provoke 3% could happen. And that's the only 3 things that could fail your run. But in my opinion, it happens way too often. Because of the, I don't know, the mischief head is just, I don't know, maybe he needs kind of a rework or something. Just make him controllable. Just let us control him. And yeah, like I said, damage is never good. Like, you won't get 500 million or something. Maybe you can go up to 100 million or something. Maybe if we find the right EPS, the right way. Of course, that's a thing. But that will never be compatible for Hydra Clash or something. It's just a nice and easy way for you guys to get your Wonky in. And that's it. Without thinking about it, just press the button, come back later, and so on. And of course, they could even change the taunt thingy, because they said something like, we're gonna take a look at performance of certain champions or so. Maybe they just meant the taunt, because right before was an announcement that taunt is the right way, but they just kind of look at it. And I don't think it is such a good thing that it needs a nerf, because it takes too much to make it work and you don't get too much out of it. That's kind of the thing. And I don't think they will nerf it, or one genius guy comes around, makes 1 trillion of damage by him own because of it, and then of course they will change it. So damage, not even yeah, 7 million, but keep in mind that it could go for 1,500 runs, and that one was kind of smoother and everything went kind of the right way. We don't got the mischief tank, right, mischief head right there, and are you kidding me? Just don't come back. And probably you should go manual a little bit, or at least do it like that, and click him so the Geomancer will put the burn on him, and he's more likely to die and get the burn, and you know how it is. And yeah, let's go on the Nightmare version. Like it's no other version, it's just the same team. Have we already been on Nightmare? I don't think so. So let's go on Nightmare. Yeah, and I'm not cutting or something, so you can actually see it's just how it is. I give you the reality, and I'm talking about it. That it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it is full unkillable with fusion champions, a man-eater, and 2 pain keepers. So a Shamael, okay, you need a Shamael, and I have to talk about it. Because people always ask me about it. Shamael cannot be replaced because the blue head. Here, right there, the fear right there. This debuff cannot be blocked or resisted. And I don't know why. Okay, he's most of the time he's placing it on my Emic. But maybe he does not place it on my Emic. He maybe is placing it sometimes on my Painkeeper, or my other Painkeeper, my Man-Eater. And you always got a 50-50 chance that your next skill won't happen. And yeah, just kind of imagine what's gonna happen when you just don't use a skill at some points. Do you think the run will continue? No, sadly not. I would just place a Duchess in here and we would have perfect raid all the time. But then you gotta roll the 50-50 chance a couple of times, and if you miss it, you're out of the game. Maybe he's always attacking the leader spot or something, the blue head, and we can make him aim certain champions. And I think because of the taunt, he's always gonna put it on Emic, and that's just how it is. And no, I wouldn't risk it. Maybe there's more damage if we find a way where you go 150 turns, everything goes wrong, but you do 300 million damage, then I would consider it. So you just go all the way to the end, but yeah, you get tons of damage out of it, so it would be good. But yeah, it is working on all stages. Yeah, let's go into the stats and stuff, because I changed around a little bit, and yeah, I can talk about certain other things. Of course, I said I'm gonna show you Helicav, but Helicav is exactly the same. I'm not gonna. It's gonna be another 5 minutes or so. Just trust me. Helicav, same speed, same everything. The thing is, I cannot put it on recently used first, of course, because they have not been considered be used, because I haven't used them. So let's go Emic first. And at this point in time, I have live arena bonuses. I have to tell you, if you don't have live arena bonuses, I don't actually know if it would be 100% working for you. But I'm kind of sure that it works even if you don't have live arena bonuses, and probably it's gonna be okay if you have just +4 or something and your whole team will be in the same kind of grid. And yeah, so I'm not gonna show you the stats right here with Hydra bonuses, so you can just build them like that and maybe get some speed and not Hydra bonuses. Yeah, Hydra bonuses from live arena. So about Emic, if you just use him in Hydra right there, he could be in a hex set or something, but yeah, I use him in all my other areas, like Iron Twins, Phantom Shogun, and all there are on 271 speed. And why is he actually... yeah, that was not even my Emic. Okay, alright, I was like, he's not 271 speed, what's going on? But he's 271 speed, and then I put the rest in HP, defense, and yeah, of course I went for Hydra first, speed, resistance, and then HP and defense. My masteries are like that, nothing too special. Now let's take a look at those 2 Painkeepers. So the first one, those are the masteries. Not gonna show you back because they're kind of just War Master. So on that one, we got 260 speed, and that's kind of it. You don't need even more. In a perfect scenario, you need speed and resistance. That's it. Like nothing else matters. And in a perfect world, I would give him a hex set, also a cursed set, of course. And that's all about the Painkeeper. There's not much to talk about him. And the second Painkeeper is 252, and also he needs to have the resistance. If we find a way how to manage a mischief tank in there, that's different then. But I couldn't manage it, so the Painkeepers never are targeted, so yeah, it's kind of dumb. That's just how it is. And yeah, of course, masteries are like that. In a perfect world, I also would put him in a cursed set. Let's go check out the Man-Eater. Man-Eater's back, bros. So, and he got speed 248. You need a little bit space in between the slowest Painkeeper and that Man-Eater right here, so you can snuggle in DPS. And of course he also needs resistance, that's kind of the theme. And yeah, the rest doesn't matter too much. He cannot be provoked, he cannot be... yeah, okay, he can be stolen, so that's why you need the resistance and the speed, and that's it. Don't need anything else. Masteries, I gave him War Master, so a little bit more damage, but that's kind of it. So who else was in there? Geomancer, of course, right there. Ha! Masteries, I don't even have like super cool ones or so. I probably took the one where you have the duration increased of HP burns. So we got speed 250, so he must be in between your slowest Painkeeper and the Man-Eater, so he can actually be full unkillable the whole time. Of course his accuracy needs to be on point. Maybe I would actually go on resistance on him too. Resistance, accuracy, speed. And that would be all. Masteries. Do I actually have that one? I think I'll phrase it, that one. To extend durations or any debuff. Yeah, that's what I kind of recommend because of the burns. They are longer out there, and of course, obviously, and of course, avoid everything that gives you turn meter, like so that one. Increase turn meter. Yes, they just don't use stuff like that, and you should be okay for speed tuning. And yeah, I think that was everything. The team will not be the greatest in the world, but it will be one of the easier ones to use, because you just use a click and come back later and you would just see what you get. I recommend just aim for one key for whatever stage you use. If you go lower stages, go lower resistance, go maybe lower accuracy on the Geomancer and stuff, so you have more room to actually do it, and that could be just one of your teams where you use it just to make sure you got your key in and your whole clan is happy about you, and yeah, you got something out of it because you get some juicy stone skin and protection and everything. But in what's it called? Hydra Clash, it's not gonna be the best in the world, to be honest, and you probably are better on if you just use a regular team or something. But it's just one cool thing I created and I wanted to share because we can just advance out of it, and maybe you guys got more ideas and you bring up the good stuff. Like always, without you guys I couldn't do anything like that, because it's just talking about it and spreading ideas, and just some people just sharing experience, and they say, hey, I already tried it and that doesn't work, and I don't even have to try it anymore because I got people on my side, maybe like you, that just help out the community. And yeah, that will be the end of the video, not more to talk about, and I hope I see you in the next one. Don't forget to press the like button, it would help a ton, and yeah, have a nice day.